What we are looking to do here is when a user enters any text here and clicks add item, this item should appear in sibling number 2 and in sibling number 3 using a shared service. Let's make it work. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to share data between sibling or any other non-related component in Angular. There are multiple ways on how we can do it, and I will show you the one using a shared service. I have a starter repository available on GitHub. If you would like to code with me, you can find a link to the repo in the description. Let's get started. Now, we have this starter repository available. Let's examine our requirements. We can see in UI sibling 1, 2, and 3. What we are looking to do here is when a user enters any text here and clicks add item, this item should appear in sibling number 2 and in sibling number 3 using a shared service. Let's make it work. We can use these graphics to understand better what we are doing. We create a shared service. One component pushes the data, and components that are subscribed will receive an update. Let's go to implement it. We're back in our application. Let's see what we have. So we do have a services folder with the shared service where we will be writing our code, as well as we do have 3 sibling components. First, let's start working on our shared service. I added some to-do comments here so we know what we are doing. We start with the first to-do item, create a private collection of items. We can start with this. We do private underscore items. Underscore indicates that this variable will be private. Equals new, and we need to use behavior subject. Behavior subject is a type that stores the last emitted value, and it retrieves that value whenever you subscribe. So let's use it. We can type new behavior subject. Let's remember to import it as well from rx.js. Our value will be an array of strings. So let's define an array of string. And by default, we need to pass an initial value. We can just pass an empty array. Let's make it wider. So we completed the first to-do item, create a private collection of items. That we do have. Now, we are looking to retrieve items as an observable. To do that, we can just type get items. $sign will indicate that this will be an observable. And we return this dot items as observable. So in our application, we can subscribe to the items. And we have completed the second to-do comment. Let's remove it. Now the third, retrieve items as value. So in the next get items, we are looking to receive only the value, not the subscription itself. So let's do get items. We can return this item. And behavior subject has a value property, which will contain our array of strings right here. And we can make it private. We won't be using it outside of this service. So perfect, we completed this third item. Now we do have a collection of items. We do have a way to retrieve the items as an observable. We will be subscribing to this field, as well as we have a way to just get the value, what we store in our items. Now, we have 2 methods, add item and clear items. Let's implement them. Now, add item and clear items correspond to our buttons in sibling 1 and 3. When user clicks add item, we need to call this method with the data as the text that was provided in the text box and add item to the collection of items. Let's do that. We can remove the comment. And to add this item, we can just do this. We reference items as our collection, and we need to call the method next, which is used to push the new data in the behavior subject. Important point to note here is that we need to first extract all the current values and add the new item provided. So let's do that. We can use a spread operator, and here is where we need our items get that we previously wrote, where we will receive just the value. We add comma, and at the end we add our data object. This is how we push the data to the items collection. Now let's clear items from the collection when the clear items button will be clicked. To do that, we also reference our collection. We also push the new value, and in this case it will be just empty array, and this will clear the items from our collection. Let's save this. And now our next step will be to subscribe with sibling 2 and sibling 3 to our items collection. Now first let's go to sibling 1 and wire add item method. So we go to our TypeScript file, add item, and in here we already have item service injected. So what we can do, we can just remove the comment and do this item service. Call add item and pass in this dot item. Since this dot item will hold our data, we have our ng model binding in here. So this part is done. Now let's go to sibling 2 and actually receive the data in this part. We can go to sibling 2. We see that we have a list of items in here with the items field. Let's uncomment this. We can copy the name of the items. This is what we are expecting, and we are using a sync pipe since this will be an observable in our case. We go to our TypeScript and we see the comment get items as an observable. So what we do here, we remove the comment, we add our field, and we already have item service injected, so we can just use it. So this item service, and we need our items observable. Let's save everything and see if we get data in sibling 2. So sibling 1, we type test, click item, and here it is, our item in sibling 2. Now our next task will be to add item to sibling 3. Let's go there. We navigate to HTML. We see the same pattern in here. We have commented code. Let's comment it out. And let's copy our items. And here we also need to get items as an observable. And we have already item service injected. So we just define items field in this dot item service dot items. This is what we are expecting. We save everything and let's see if we will get data in sibling 3 as well as in sibling 2. So let's type test, add item, and here they are, data coming to both sibling 2 and 3. Now our last task will be to, when a user clicks clear items, those items should disappear. In sibling 3 we have clear items method, which is wired to the click method on the button. So now in here we have a comment clear items from the shared service. So we already have clear items implemented in shared service. Let's just call it in sibling 3. So we just type this item service clear items, and that should be all. We save everything. Let's test it. We add test, add item, items appeared in sibling 2 and 3, test 1, 2, add item, we have one extra item in our components. When we clear items, in both components, the items disappeared. This is how to pass data between sibling or non-related components in Angular. Thank you for watching and follow for more videos.